Welcome back to No Bad Lies. Man, we got a great episode for you this week. My guest is the one and only George Lopez. So funny, so smart, so cool, and a pretty good golfer, I'm not going to lie. He is the Mexican king of comedy, has been for a very long time. Liv was just down in Mexico. Those guys were driving the ball 400 plus yards. What are we talking about? DeChambeau was coming off the tee and Rambo coming off the tee at 400 yards, driving the green. Congratulations to Joaquin Niemann, taking it down there in Mexico. And over there at the Zurich, Shane Lowry and Rory McIlroy weren't able to double down again and win. Novak and Griffin took that. But a stunning showing down in Mexico for Joaquin Niemann, cruising himself up the charts, continuing to be one of the greatest golfers in the game today, proving it over and over again, sliding past DeChambeau and Rambo. But George Lopez and I took a little walk here in a course in East Los Angeles called Chevy Chase. Nothing to do with the actor. I don't think so. You do drugs, Danny? I got to tell you, what a time I had with Lopez. Such a cool, interesting cat. You know, a generous guy. He's blessed me with a lot of knowledge in stand-up, a lot of advice, and also just a great guy to kick it with. Let's check it out. Show this.
Oh.
This is a great piece of little history.
This presidential Rolex belonged to the great Johnny Carson.
That's unbelievable.
I got it because it was for sale. A guy that was dating his ex-wife, he got it as a gift, and he thought, I feel bad kind of wearing this dude's, he's deceased.
Yeah,
you know?
with you're his ex-wife and you're wearing his watch?
And he sold it, and then somebody said, hey, you'd be interested in buying Johnny Carson's Rolex? I said, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Did he wear that when you so he had that on when you did the show?
There's actually a history of it. You could see it. He wore it in 79. He got it in 79. He wore it. The first show was with Bo Derek, came out of the host. You could see this thing flashing, covered it up a lot. And then he wore it on the night he left the show. And then I did the show November 19th, 91, and he was wearing it.
Wow. Well, so here we are at No Bad Lies. I'm going to give you some bad lies. We'll tee off on hole one. We're going uphill. You have the honors.
Are we ready?
Yeah, straight up that hill. Not bad. Kick off the tree. That might just leave you a real bad lie on its own.
Oh, good.
That might.
Is that what we want? Bad lies?
Yeah, we do want a bad lie. That might just leave.
Oh, that's cool.
You might be okay. I'll hit one.
Let's see where you go, and then we'll see.
Well, yeah. Let's see where I end up. I'm gonna go right here. Oh my God. That's a cut. Keep cutting. She should work out. Right in the middle of the fairway.
I think I'm gonna hit another.
You want to hit one more?
Man, you're pretty long, dude. I mean, that's...
Hit another one.
You know that? You're pretty long. Solid, huh?
Well, first swing of the day. Nice and smooth, George. Woo! Hit a tree and kick. Middle of the fairway.
Oh, good shot.
You know, if it doesn't go past, they say if it doesn't go past the women's tees, you got to walk with your wiener out.
You don't want to see that.
What size shoe are you?
12.
Same. If you have any, same.
Right.
It's a coincidence.
All right, it's like I always wanted a son.
Yeah, I would love to be. Well, you got a daughter, and by the way, great transition for me. You have a great show.
Thank you.
With your daughter, which is pretty incredible.
It's pretty amazing.
Is that the first time you've ever worked with your daughter?
She was on the first show in a Halloween episode. I guess everybody who was a sitcom star who had kids, it's your obligation is to put them in the Halloween episode. Knock on the door and they're asking for candy. But then also my son was trying to start a band in the first show, and she showed up as one of the groupies. And then when I was leaving, the girl said, "Oh yeah, we know who the loser is." That was the line of my daughter's. And I looked at her and I said, "Where are your parents? Who raised you?" And I walked out.
That's great. Do you remember what was the worst costume you wore for Halloween? Did your mom put you in something embarrassing?
Man, dude. I mean, where do we start? I mean, those were the costumes that you could buy at the market.
Right.
Where you're Bugs Bunny and it ties in the back like a medical gown.
Right.
And then it had a Bugs Bunny face on it. And when I went to put it on, my head was so big it busted a little rubber band. So then I tried to tape it in there.
My mom made me dress up as Andy from Raggedy Ann and Andy. You know how embarrassing that was?
But you didn't have an Ann?
I already had red hair. No, I never had an Ann. There was never an Ann for me. We're gonna go give him a bet. We're gonna go way up there, and then I'm gonna give him a lie behind the trees. So that's the kind of guy George is. He's fun-loving. He's loose. He's free. And he's been around for a long time. This is something I noticed, and this happens in golf and in the entertainment industry or in many careers, whatever career that you have too. You start to settle into who you are. You start to care less about what other people think about you and your work. You just got to do what's right for you. Make the shot that's right for you. You know, that's why a lot of people talk about smart golf. How do you play smart golf? Instead of trying to appease all these things and make everything work at once, how do you just recover small, get back to where you need to be? Just take a hit. Take the bogey. Take the hit sometimes. That's what you need to do. George has lived many lives in the comedy world, and it's incredible to see him continue to grow as a stand-up and as a golfer. Is he a good golfer? Yeah. He hits it about 240 off the tee, maybe 225, 240, straight down the middle. Second shot with the hybrid, straight as an arrow. Then he gets to the green, he's got a one putt. And when the hands are good, he's parring all day long. These are the most threatening guys in golf. Everybody wants to be the big bomber. I want to hit it 315, 325. You're never gonna. You stink, okay? Even if they brought back the super great Big Bertha, it ain't happening, my friends, all right? Stick to your game. Stick to your game. Slow and low is the way to go. And George Lopez is that guy. He's slow and low and easy and smooth. And every time I've had the pleasure of playing with him or watching him play and hit balls, he's got that mentality of someone who's comfortable with who he is. He's lived a lot of lives. And he had a lot of adversity. Well, tell me this. Here, look, this is on the show No Bad Lies. Part of the show, you would tell me a time where life gave you a bad lie and how did you get out of it? You know, like life kind of, sometimes you catch a bad lie in life, unexpected. Sometimes we know they're coming. But the ones that come out of the blue that kick us down a little bit, and how'd you bounce back from it?
Okay, I was on the road in like 97, 98. Started to urinate blood a little bit. But you know, like any good Chicano, like don't look down. I don't know about something like this. And I started to get to where I was kind of running down. Like I didn't know, I was walking like this and they're like, what's wrong with you? And I just started to just be really exhausted. So I went and got some tests done and the doctor says, hey man, you got advanced kidney disease.
Wow.
I said, I do. And then my wife, when I was married, my wife goes, I'll give you one of mine. I said, hey, we're talking. And she was the only person tested and she matched.
Really?
So it's been 20 years.
Wow.
And I've run shit through that thing.
Yeah, it's still working.
Fucking,
those double Tito's are still working.
What's that green one in Germany where you found me in the closet?
Oh, absinthe? You did that too. And any more blood coming out?
Not after absinthe, it sealed it all up. But it's 20 years and the numbers of, the function numbers are still pretty much the same as when I left.
Right.
So it was a good part. Thank you.
That's good. Do you ever get high before you play?
No, I can't get high anymore.
Not anymore.
My life is too complicated. I just start crying, man. I'll be like, I'm going home, guys. After 4 holes. Only when you have a clear mind or you have a set thing where you're used to it. But I was never really that much of a pothead anyways.
Yeah, I was never
drinker.
good on it. Yeah, I'm still a pretty big drinker. Favorite drink? What's your favorite drink?
Oh man. Double Tito's with a lime club soda or Cuervo La Familia in a margarita.
Oof. Spicy or not spicy?
No, man, not spicy.
Not spicy. All right, come
That's
here, let's go up here.
Most of us don't like spice.
So I love spice. I thought I was an honorary Mexican.
Wow, how did you get, when you were growing up, you like spice?
No, man, when I moved here, I've been living in California for 20 years. When I moved here, I started to get into like spicy food, Thai, Mexican, and we got so much good spicy food here, it just it took for me for some reason.
All right, let me tell you, but when you grow up with it and your grandmother or your mom's making it almost every night and you take your fucking books to school and you find chile between the pages, it just wears off the charm of having, you just like, keep that shit away. It gets on the back of your head. It's like OJ, it's everywhere. It's in your white Bronco, it's on the steering wheel.
It's everywhere. All right, here, we got a hybrid for you here.
Okay.
George, I'm gonna give you, we had one ball of yours that was up here. I'm gonna give you a bad lie. All right, let me see this. George, you got about 250.
Okay.
With this is a pretty bad lie. It's uphill, in the woods.
Where am I going all the way? Okay.
Yeah, you could break a wrist doing this, by the way. This is a wrist-breaking scenario.
All
yeah,
right.
wobbly.
Let's see.
Stay low.
We
And
try
those
to keep
wingtips, man, keep those fresh. Pretty good recovery. Take a bad hill bounce. Oof, we might have to play that. Let me try one real fast with your hybrid here.
But don't scratch it, all right? No.
Okay.
Don't scratch.
This is gloveless.
But don't scratch.
Gloveless on a bad lie like this.
So we were kids, and then somebody had a pair of walkie-talkies, and you gave one to your friend. Your friend would go, "Oh yeah, you gave me the shitty one." They're both exactly the same.
Oh, too much. 4!
No, it's all right.
They won't know the difference. Everybody out here is pretty old.
No, it's good. I love your game. Now, how did you start? When did you start playing?
So, I learned a little bit. When I was young, but you know, we weren't country club people. We weren't golf course people really. When I was a kid, you know, we didn't have the time or the money for it. So I really started playing like when I had a little bit of money from working in Hollywood in my, you know, late 20s, early 30s when I really started to play.
Right.
That's when I actually started to play golf. That was my drive right here.
And you love it too, right?
Not bad. I'm obsessed. It's a dark addiction.
It's rolled over though. The club's gotten to be quite young now, you know.
But that's what's good. I mean, look, the best part to me about what's happening in golf and what I'm trying to achieve is more young people to be interested because it's a broader game than people think. They think it's an old man's game. It's a rich guy's game. It's an old rich white guy's game. I think now there's so much access to public courses around the country for good prices. You can play golf. When I was a kid,
that's true.
You had to belong to like a country club, or there were these public courses. But you know, I was too afraid to go play them because I was so bad.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be in the mix and get yelled at, and there was so much rules. Now I feel like the rules are less, the style is more. You're getting more of a mix of like different cultures and kinds of people, different walks of life.
And were you athletic? Did you play baseball or?
I played baseball and basketball when I was a kid. What'd you play when you were a kid?
I played baseball.
Baseball. What do we? Hold on, let me.
I got a letter.
Hold on. I'm gonna guess.
I was heavier then. No, I was lighter.
Were you outfield?
No, I played third base.
You played on third? Really?
You know, I played against Daryl Strawberry and John Elway.
Nuh-uh. Where, in high school?
Elway was in the Valley, Granada Hills. San Fernando High School played Granada High School. And they would say, when we went to go play to Granada, the guys, anybody got to go to the bathroom, go now. And we all looked for Valerie Bertinelli because one day at a time was on. So we just wanted to go see her. We heard she went to school there. So we were chasing around trying to find her. But I played against those guys.
Well, Elway.
Strawberry beat us 1-0, and Elway was an amazing baseball player.
He's a great golfer, by the way.
He's a great golfer,
He's
too.
a phenomenal guy. I've seen him play out in the desert a few times, and he's still got it.
Yeah,
although
he's great.
Harder for him to turn because he took all those hits. I mean, that guy broke his body.
So he and I are the same age. He
46.
But then he walks like John Wayne, doesn't he?
Right. Like he just got off a couple of horses. Yeah.
So when we were playing at San Fernando, he played third base. A guy hits it in front of the home plate, and John Elway's between hops, and he backs up because he's got to be between hops, and he goes like this, and the ball goes in his hand, and he throws out our dude, just ball in his hand. We go, that fucker.
He's going pro.
He's going pro.
That's Hall of Fame.
And afterwards, we like you're him. There's a big line of guys, and they're like, "Good luck in the pro, sir." We're all the same age.
You ever done this? You see this, by the way?
What is that? Like speed golf?
This is soccer golf. They do foot golf out here. So they use soccer balls, or they use balls that are the size of soccer balls to kick it in these things, and this is a foot golf hole.
How come white people do fun?
Well, no, I don't know if that's white people shit. I actually think...
I don't know.
I don't know if this is white people shit. Frisbee golf, that's white people shit. I don't know if soccer golf is, man. Soccer is your thing.
Frisbee golf...
Don't put that on us.
All right, I'm sorry.
Do you do that? Have you ever done pickleball?
Hell no.
No.
Wait. When I bust a hip, I want it to be traditional, down the stairs or slipping in water.
The old school way, or somebody pushes you that doesn't like you that much.
In the bathtub, that's right.
You don't have any enemies, though. You got no enemies.
I got a lot of them.
Do you have a legacy enemy in Hollywood, someone that you've always had beef with for
Eric
a long
Estrada.
time? Eric Estrada. Is this a long time beef?
1978.
Were you supposed to be on chips? Is that what this was?
No, I wish. No. In 1978, I saw him. My buddy and Arnold were there, and he was in his wardrobe. He was on a payphone. And I waited till he got out of the thing. I said, "Hey, Mr. Estrada," like he didn't shake my hand.
Oh, wow. And that's it.
So I got in the car. I said, "Hey, if I ever make it, that motherfucker's going to pay."
And did he pay?
He's still paying.
He's still paying.
But he's one, drop him on first sight. I think if we saw each other, we just start throwing blows.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you've talked about it publicly. You're like, I want some beef with Estrada.
Yeah.
I want all that Estrada
And if he kicked my ass, I'd come back with a knife or a gun.
Yeah.
But you know,
yeah.
The thing is with that guy is that this business and life is about respect.
Yeah.
So he tried to say like, "Hey, I could be going through having a hard day." I'm like, "Man, I'm 17 years old. Just shake my hand." So the more he denies that, he did it or that it's not a big deal, the more you want to kick his ass.
That's right. All right, let's get you one more bad lie before we putt. I think over here is pretty bad. This is a pretty bad lie over this way. There is a ball right there. I don't know whose this is. And there's one in the trap.
That might be you too.
Someone was out here just hitting balls. George, I want you to
all right.
I want you to have one of these.
Okay.
Let's get you one of these. Just a little behind one of these, because I don't think you can move this technically. That's a pretty bad downhill lie, 50 degree.
And what about all this? You want me to clean
Oh,
this?
no, you got to go through all that.
You want me to clean this up after?
No, you got to go through all that.
Because, you know.
By the way, underneath there is LA's finest. That's all of our drinking water right under there. They keep it underneath these golf courses.
Steve, move back a little bit.
Hey, I remember when you used to be able to drink from the hose or from the tap.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still drink from the tap. You don't do that anymore?
No.
I do it, man. I don't care.
What? Shit.
All right, 50. You got like 80, 85 yards. Ooh! I hope those clubs are free.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Let me see. Did you pay for these? Let's see.
Yeah.
Is this bad?
Sorry.
Okay, we'll be fine. Let's take a walk.
You know what? I'll get a primer to tighten up later
my
on and just leave it gray till I decide what color to paint it.
And this is just a little 50. So should I just do a little chip check of this 50
Yeah.
here? I don't know how this is going to fly, but and get a kick right. That's where it should go. We'll
Ooh.
take that.
How long before you become the best celebrity golfer?
You know, I'm okay. I play okay, but
Who's out there?
I mean, look, for as far as comics goes, Nate Bargatze is a phenomenal golfer. He's really, really good. Tough. I mean, we got you right out of the car.
We don't really lay off though.
So here's the deal. What I'm interested in, we made you go right from the car. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a popular thing in golf. You got to go right from the car. No warm up.
I love it.
No nothing. You play like that. I've seen you do that. You go right from the car to the first tee.
Yeah.
Why, do you not like to warm up at all?
No, I do, but these other guys, man, they make you feel bad for hitting balls.
Right.
So
They
I
kind of get
just-
in your
I
head
just
because they're
let
like, what do you feel about breakfast balls? How do you feel about that? Let's go up.
I don't really take them.
You don't take breakfast
No,
balls.
but I'll tell you why. So I grew up and we started playing at this place, El Carrizo, in Sylmar, California.
Right.
And public course, and they let way too many people out. Of course, they're trying to get those rounds in. And if you took one practice swing, it was completely silent. And if you took two, everybody go, come on, what the fuck? Hit the fucking ball. Hey, son of a bitch, hit the fucking ball. We're gonna just for the little takeaway of the second swing.
Right.
So I learned to be fast.
You got to play fast. That's how it is out there. That
Public
otherwise you're
course,
going to catch it from everybody.
Rules of it's a jungle out there.
Right.
In the public, that's where you start fighting in the fairways and shit like that.
Have you ever gotten a fight on a golf course?
No.
You had to think about it, which meant you came
Not
close.
yet,
George,
no.
I know that means you came close.
Well, over there, you almost want to throw blows, but no.
Right. Not all the time. Just sometimes.
Not close, no.
Right. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I think this is the possibility. We've got 2 balls. We're going to putt from the sand.
All right.
Because I know a lot of guys get the yips in the sand.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
And I think sometimes you're able to putt out of it. This might be an easy rollout.
You got to ask him about.
Let's get a flag stick. Oh yeah, this is Chingon use only. This is George's putter. Chingon use only. This is only for him. Come over here.
A little bit of weed on there.
A little bit of something on the front of there. Was this custom made just for you?
Yeah.
This is delicious, man. That's incredible. And what does that say, Mana?
That's the Hawaiian. If you weren't a golfer, like I don't think Paul Rodriguez did, you could hide your crack pipe in there, so you don't get arrested.
Come on, let's get in the sand. Let's see if we can hit out of this. So here's the deal. Can you get out of this, you think, with a putter?
I think so.
Let's see if you hit the lip hard enough.
Is that what it is?
Well, if you hit the lip hard enough, you can get out of there. Maybe. No.
Huh.
You got to go. I got a little scared. I got a little chippy with it.
But you got to hit it hard, though, right?
You got to smack it. It should be able to jump. If you hit it hard, I hit it real soft. Prop it up a little bit. There you go.
So in 2004, I started playing in the Bob Hope.
Yeah.
It's now the Amex.
Yeah.
And then in 2006 and 7, I hosted it, and then Scotty Cameron typed Lopez
Lopez instead of Lopez.
instead of Hope.
And the hope is there.
It's a combination.
All right, let me see you do your thing. I believe you can do it. It's going to take a big swing.
From 2007 here.
Get up. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Can we
about-
try one more? Let's try one more time. I might try one more time.
Do you have to treat it like a wedge and try to get in the air?
Kind of. If we hit down, you don't want it too high on the face, right? There it is.
Go in.
Go in. Oh!
All right, now that I've seen it.
Now that you've seen it, now you know how to do it.
Did you hit it harder?
Well, you know what it is? You're hitting harder, but you're not. The follow through doesn't have to be that hard. Come back a little bit further and then just let it fall down.
Okay.
Get up. One more. You got to do another one. We got to get it again.
It's leaving low, that's why, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, I won't rake this trap because
And I'll tell you, uno mas is, that's the term for the kids at home.
I don't want nobody to see me raking.
Smack it hard and see what happens. Get out. All right, we got out. We got out.
Bad lie.
We
Good
got
lie.
out. That was a bad lie. And that's the kind of thing that happens in life. You're going to catch yourself in situations where your life is threatened, where you feel like this could be the end. It's coming for all of us, my friends, okay? It's a knocking. So you might as well enjoy it while you still can. Get out there, get some sun on your shoulders, cover up your ears and your nose. I can hear my mom saying that to me right now. Cover up your ears and your nose because they stick out the most. My ears used to stick out so much when I was a kid. My grandfather said, "You look like a taxi coming down the road with his doors open." And then I had big feet. He was like, "Oh my God, what do you got, water skis on?" So that was good for my confidence as a kid. I'll tell you that. But it shaped me and made me the comic that I am. It also puts you in the place mentally that you need to be for golf, which is you got to have a short memory in golf. You really do. You have to forget those bad shots and move on as fast as you can. You know, you got to be a goldfish. You got to be a goldfish. You got to forget what just happened and just know it's going to be gone soon. So enjoy the water. Bunker with a putter. A lot of people think that's a foolish endeavor, but I got to tell you, it works once in a great while. Sometimes if the lip is just right, bunker with a putter, my friends. I do love it very much. And I appreciate George for coming on the show, having a good time, taking time out of his day while he's traveling around doing a million things. That means the world to me. And it's just nice to get out there with a friend, a new friend, but it feels like an old friend because we've got this eternal bond of comedy and golf, and it does something to our relationship. It's beyond impressive to me to see someone that's been around since I was a little kid, still pumping out great stuff, and changing the game, doing a television show with his daughter, putting out a new special. He really is doing all the things we dream about as actors/comedians as we grow into the latter half, and also spending a lot of time golfing. He loves to golf, and the man is generous. This is something so interesting. You know, George and I didn't really know each other that well. When we met, we had that kinship, that bond over stand-up, and he had learned that I was turning 40 soon. I'm now past 40, as you can tell by the wrinkles on my face. But he said, "I got to get you a gift for your 40th. That's a big deal." And I said, "No, don't worry about it. You know, I don't expect anything from anybody. I don't like gifts really. I like giving gifts. I don't like getting gifts." And he said, "I got to get you something." So he got me a one-of-a-kind exclusive putter that only, you know, is available to so many people on Earth. And it was so generous. And it was, you know, had my name stamped on it. And it was such a heartfelt, generous thing for him to do without knowing me that well, just because we had this bond.
Have you played in Scotland or Ireland?
Yeah, so never in Ireland, in my people's country, but I got back in June. I was in Scotland. I played St. Andrews. Guess what I shot at the old course?
73.
76. And it was the happiest. I framed that. I don't even
Yeah.
have pictures of my wife framed at my home, but I have my card from St. Andrews framed.
Hey, and what did you do? You stayed out of the gorse?
Stayed
Because
out
they
of
have
the
the
gorse.
double greens
Yep.
and the double fair, kind of the big fairway.
And then everything was low. Every
Yeah.
iron you have to hit low, and you cannot hit it up in the sky. You hit it up and you're done, man.
Yeah.
And the caddies laugh at you the whole time. I mean, they make fun of you
Right.
the entire time. Every shot that you have, they're like, "Oh, well, that's a great shot for you." I mean, it's not a good shot for me, but it's a great shot for you.
That's true.
They love mocking you. "Oh, you got your raincoat, do you?" It's barely drizzling, and it was storming. And he's like, "It's not that wet,
I
is
think
it?"
that's how it really fucking sound like. You remember Jim Neighbors where Gomer Pyle used to sing one way and then sound the other?
Sound the other way. All right, let's see this putt. By the way, here on No Bad Lies, whoever gets the hole in least amount of strokes, the other guy has to buy him lunch or dinner. I'd prefer
cool.
dinner.
All right.
So this is for you and me for lunch or dinner. Let's roll out. That's a lot of break.
Nah, that's a lot. Slow down.
Right at the cameraman. Hit him.
You know what? I've been here
He's
my whole
insured.
life. I said, "Es slow down." I put an S.
Slow down.
I put an E in front of it.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Slow down. You played a big break there.
I
I'm gonna
played,
play
yeah.
a little bit less of a break, but it was still pretty good.
It's less. There you go. Oh,
Stay up.
It's
Stay
hot.
up. Ah! All right, we got two putts here
That
to
fool almost made
close
it.
it out.
Stand up.
He almost made it.
Let's get back here.
Yep. Yep.
Damn.
You want to switch? You want to see back here? Now you guys can both alternate.
All right, am I away here, you think?
You are.
I'm away.
Why don't you give me the 100 hole?
No! George, you make that for the win, and I buy you lunch.
Did you already ditch that other putter? The Scotty?
No, of course not. See that backhanded?
I saw that.
All right. This is for the win.
Oh, man.
Good stuff.
Why am I even
My
still
man.
playing?
I appreciate you.
Man,
You're the
thank you.
best.
I love you, man.
It's always a pleasure.
You're a great guy.
We got to get back out and hit him again. I know
do
you're
it.
a busy man.
It's great to see you at the club. It's great to see you in
Thank
comedy.
you.
I'm a huge fan of yours.
I'm trying to ditto. I'm
So,
such a
happy
big
to be
fan.
here, man.
And I hope one day we get to work together for
Absolutely,
real.
that'd be
I want
great.
to shoot something.
That'd be great.
Not just this, but that's it for No Bad Lives with George Lopez here from Chevy Chase Country Club. No association to the actor, I hope. I have no idea.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That's it.
But
We're
if he
out.
finds out,
Oh, yeah, we'll be in trouble.
yes.
Well, let's get out of here. We better go before he does.
gets
find out.
pissed.
Yeah, I know. Neither of us could finish strong, but that doesn't matter because it's on to the next one. And on next week's episode of No Bad Lies, maybe, just maybe, I'll make a better recovery. That's it for this week's No Bad Lies. Please keep coming back. We're going to be around for a long time. We're going to be getting celebrities, athletes, golf coaches, teachers, and people that just love golf like you and I. So please keep coming back. Spread the word. Subscribe on YouTube. Like it. Leave a comment. Tell your friends. Let everybody know. And listen while you're on the go to the golf course to No Bad Lies. Thanks a lot. See you next time. No Bad Lies.